Okay, Rich, what are we playing this week then?
So this week I thought we'd attempt to complete Legend of the Mystical Ninja on the Super Nintendo. So this is an arcade action game made by Konami in 1991 for the system. It's actually the fifth game in the Goemon series. So the first four games didn't actually come out outside of Japan, but this one, which was the first one made for the Super Nintendo, reached our shores. Have you got any experience with the game at all?
None at all, no.
Do you want to try it out then?
Yeah, let's go.
It's got quite a nice presentation, this game actually.
Yeah.
Lots of these little scenes in there. He looks a bit like you actually, Chris.
Fuck off.
Oh yeah, they changed the names of all the characters in this as well, localised. Right, so the game is, like I said, it's an arcade action game, and it sort of alternates between two different types of gameplay. So there's these sections here, which are sort of like beat 'em up kind of sections, really, aren't they? I guess. And you can go into shops and such here and look for clues and things.
Yeah.
And the other type of gameplay, they're like platform levels. Did you just get a cat as well?
Yeah.
The cats improve your weapon.
Okay.
I wouldn't know. But as soon as you take one hit, it downgrades the weapon.
There's a cat there and you just made me miss it.
Let's go in the shop then, go through some of this stuff here.
Store.
Right, so the items that we've got in the shop here.
Pizza, shoes,
The
bombs.
shoes make you walk faster,
Cool.
and you can also jump further, I believe. There's some places you can't jump over without them.
Okay.
You lose the shoes as soon as you take a hit, much like the weapons.
We've
But
both got shoes
but
already.
you
though.
can, no, because there's 3 levels, so we've got level 1 shoes at the moment.
Okay.
So you can also buy more above the 3rd level. So we could buy like say 20 shoes,
And then lose a level
and
each
it would
time
go-
and still be above
and
the
it
third
wouldn't
level.
it wouldn't do anything until it got to 3.
Yeah.
The pizza, as soon as you lose all your health, it regenerates. I think it's like half your health, maybe slightly less. But there's full pizzas as well later in the game, and the pizzas are actually another localization thing as well, because obviously they weren't in the Japanese
They'd be
version.
rice balls in the Japanese
I'm not
version,
sure what
wouldn't
they were, but I think they might have been rice or something, some such. And the bombs are a 3rd weapon that you can swap between by pushing right and left on the controller. You remember you can throw the money.
Yeah, but
You can also buy bombs to throw as well.
right. Okay. What are you going to buy then?
I think we should just buy loads of shoes and pizza at the moment.
Shoes and pizza.
So this is the second type of gameplay on there. Basically a platform game.
Okay. So one was like together. Why would you go alone?
Make it easier. So you got a jump, you got an attack. You can also attack upwards if something's coming from above you. You can still swap between the money, which you can throw at
I've
people.
got shurikens.
Yeah, yours is shurikens. They're exactly the same character though. I'm not entirely sure, but there's a way of us. Can you jump on my back?
Yeah, I'm on your back.
Right. So this is the other.
That's for a bombing.
Yeah, so this is the other thing in the game. You can jump on the other person's back for like
Yeah.
the difficult platforming, and the other person does the firing,
Jumping and
the
firing.
attacking. One person does the jumping, the other one does the attacking.
I see.
But
This is cool. Don't.
we don't need to do this anymore, though. How do you get off me? Right, okay.
I didn't know how. Come here.
There is also
Cat, you need that.
yeah, there's also red cats as well, and the red cats give you like a health upgrade just for that stage that you're on. There is actually some health around here somewhere. I can't remember where the heck it is though. Not there.
No, crud.
Alright, it's here.
We're going down there, are we?
Yeah. Hopefully it gives both of us health, but I'm not sure if it will do.
I don't trust that.
Yeah, we can jump those because we got the double shoes.
What's that?
Can't hit that.
Oh, good, I need that. I can't make that because it's triple.
Should be able to.
Oh yeah. Oh, full health.
Only one of us can get it. Yeah, the elephants let you restart from that point.
Oh, do a checkpoint.
Yeah. But if you use up all of your lives, you get thrown back to the beginning of the previous section. which is quite nasty.
Last time.
You got to hit the things that she's shooting out, and they bounce back and it hits her.
Gotcha. The plates, dude. Oh, God.
Oh, blast.
I hit it. Take that.
Oh, blast.
Jesus, dude, look at your health.
What's in there? We should check a few of these out. Oh, so this is the game guy here. So you can play games to make more money. I don't know how it works on 2 players.
Which
though.
game do you want to play? Mole for 100. Great. You just jump in there.
Oh, cool.
Press the corresponding button on your pad's control pad. Okay.
Yeah, so the mole comes out.
Yeah,
and you,
yeah. Got it.
Yeah,
It says
yeah.
Whack-a-mole.
Did you miss any?
Nope.
Good. You get a massive bonus for not missing any. So if you put it on the hard mode and you miss one of them, then it's not going to give you as much money as doing it on easy and getting all of them because of the perfect bonus being so high.
Right.
So often you'll be like, shit, I missed one, and then it won't be worthwhile.
That's a fun little interlude. Play a different game.
We made like 300 odd out of that, didn't we?
Yeah.
It cost 100
It
to
cost
start
100.
it.
We've got 300 bonus and then 100 for the actual thing. So pay paint.
Right, so on this one you've got to paint the screen without going into your own line, so it's sort of like Snake.
Snake.
So you've got to fill up as much of the screen as possible with paint. I didn't
Can I
realise.
pass your line?
I guess not. I didn't know that we were going to be on the same bleeding screen. It's going to be harder, isn't it?
Yep. I don't know why I went up for some reason to begin with. Oh, I didn't press up.
I pressed down on the button, but yeah, we didn't do too well there. Do you want to try it again?
Yeah.
Maybe we should have just stayed on our own sides on this one.
Shit. Oh, shit. I swear to God. Oh, I blew up. The gaps.
Oh god. Oh, I'm just going to try
You're
and
going
go
to get
that
more
way.
though. Yeah.
I
So
made a little bit because it's cheaper
yeah, it
anyway.
cost me 80.
So,
So I lost $1.
yeah.
That's alright.
I don't think you need to do that.
Oh, it's necessary. No. Douche. Which way?
It's in there.
In the Konami tent.
Little arcade parlour.
Can we win money here?
I don't think so, no.
We're
How do
playing
you
great
play
this.
as well?
That's great.
Is it
This.
2 players? Oh, is it one after the other? This will take a while.
Is there any point in this?
It only gives you the first level though. Nice little inclusion anyway, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. I guess it's sort of like Shenmue as well, really, isn't it? Instead of playing the main game, you can just muck around with all these sort of gambling sections and all of the mini games and the arcades and such. So the original characters that these guys are based on are actually folklore type heroes. So Goemon, he was like a folklore hero, and I think he basically robbed from the rich to feed the poor.
So
He's sort of like the
Japanese
yeah.
Robin Hood.
Yeah, exactly. Unfortunately, this game starts to get incredibly difficult on the next level. So it's been very, very easy so far.
Cock. Did that cost me everything?
Yeah.
An entire life?
Yep.
How do we get over that?
I'm not
Can
sure
we
if
jump
we can.
that gap? Or
Can
jump
we
onto
jump
it?
on it? No,
No.
we can't. Oh, shite.
That's all my life's gone.
Oh, we can.
How are they
Look
crawling?
like worms, really, aren't they? Oh, blast. It's an interesting style. Pseudo 3D platforming.
Do I need to go up and right or left?
Well, right is more stuff, but did I need that? I don't know.
No, we both had same amount, I think. Go up. Yeah, hold on. Oh, too early.
Oh no!
Oh, that cost me a life. If we both dropped at the same time, would that have cost me a life? Because we both would have fallen.
Yeah, it wouldn't have done, but I wasn't in a position to notice where you even were until you were dead. The problem is you lost all of your pizza as well. You lost all of it.
Yeah. Because I dropped, so I couldn't really get the life. That sucks. Twatting.
Sort of Mr. Potato Head type thing.
His cheeks are his eyeballs now.
Hit him! Oh, gee. Oh, fuck that. He's dead.
Use that money, Rich.
These dudes here are obviously referencing Lone Wolf and Cub,
Yeah.
which was sort of like a really popular manga in Japan. And they released a movie called Shogun Assassin of that as well. I think I own it somewhere actually on
You do.
I think
It's
I
up
own it
there.
on VHS. One of the ones I haven't replaced yet. Yeah, good manga actually, Lone Wolf and Cub.
Right, let's make some money. Right, I've got 1,000 now, so what we doing?
We need to find a place that sells your lives, really.
Yeah.
How much does that leave me with? Should I do one more on the thingy and then buy you a live with it?
Yeah.
I might
Do
as
one
well,
more
mightn't
minigame.
I?
Well, I can get a bit of
Then
money
we'll
as well.
have like our starting lives and a load of equipment effectively. I believe it was that one here. Here we go, this is a nasty level, this one. If we can do this, then we're set. Oh no, don't set.
It would be you dying, wouldn't it? Of course.
Come on, Chris, you can do this.
Shut up.
It might be easy.
Just shut up.
You can stand on those.
Oh shit, there's an enemy. Right, so I'm going to line it up there then. So that's fine, it's now lined up. So they got the same speed. No, they don't.
No. Oh, that's it. Right, we've run out of time for this week. We've done all right though. We got quite a reasonable distance into the game, didn't we?
Well,
But
most of the way, wasn't it?
anyway, we'll be back again next week, and well, we'll be back in after the transition. So see ya.
See ya.
So we're back again with Mystical Ninja. Hopefully we'll get it done this week. We only had 2 levels to go, I think it was, wasn't there?
Something like that, yep.
Yeah. So you ready to go for it?
Yep, here's to half an hour of whack-a-mole. KWW. Big Q and exclamation mark.
Oh, it worked first time.
Of course it did. I read it to you properly.
Apart from the plus sign.
What? What? That looked like a T. So this one.
Could be. Here we go.
Hey. 5 hours later.
Right,
let's
I guess
go.
we're ready to go for it then.
Oh yes.
Oh,
You made me hit.
oh shit.
No, Rich. I jumped off you. Damn straight I did.
Oh, my
Good
God.
job, Rich.
Well, it moved.
I'm trying not to make it move, but you.
It's not possible like that, is it?
No, you
We
need to
need
be
to
on each
join
other's
on.
back.
Yeah.
Let me spin round. Didn't jump.
Oh,
It didn't
no.
jump. That's down again, Rich. You missed the initial jump anyway. It's
Oh,
done
that
the
was
upward jump.
That was
Why?
terrible.
Why is it doing a vertical jump? I went to go and jump
So
forwards.
what do we have to do now then?
Have we got the money? We haven't got the money.
It
Our
said
password.
Logbook entry there. Didn't it?
Yeah, from logbook entry. Continue. We'll try continue. We can reset anyway.
Yeah. Right. There's...
Jump. You forgot. No! No! Oh, what? I'm flying. When am I going to run out? No. I'm invincible. What?
How long does it last for?
I don't know.
Question.
Now. Oh, yeah.
Jump.
Oh, we've got to jump at the same time.
Oh, cool, man.
Oh,
You jump on my back.
Jesus. Hold on, wait. I'm flapping. Get down. I'll drop on your back in a second. Ready? Now. What? What? Hold on, wait. We got to find... Let me jump on the other one. Let me jump on this one, and then you duck, and I'll try and get on you. Oh, God. No! Yes!
We haven't done it yet. I've never done this section, so I may well end up the same way as you.
Oh, Jesus. It's fucking me again. Alright, okay.
Can I just jump straight
You
up?
jump to the next one. You can't jump straight up.
I can jump straight up. Oh.
You can't jump straight up.
I could have made that if I hadn't screwed it.
Do I come in? You cannot join now. Are you going to jump straight up?
I think I can make it.
But it's going to reset. You need to jump here and then now. That's it. Lovely.
Oh, I can't go this way anyway, can I? There's nowhere to go to from here.
You have to be higher on the ring. Yes. Ladder. Yes. No, can't chop down the score. Careful. Oh, God. What? Who's rocking? You've got loads of pizza, though. You've just used a pizza, by the way. Don't drop off! Which? Oh, no, you used up your arm. You didn't use pizza. Did you do it?
I think I've done it good. Right, last level. Maybe we should just keep moving here. Hang on.
Ow!
This looks like it's just a straightforward attack everything around you level, doesn't it?
Run and gun. Without guns.
That one's not disappearing, is it?
That one is.
So,
Nice.
right, no lies left.
Pink elephant though, so we're quite drunk. Hold on, I remember this.
So we got a boss rush to do.
You fucking... You said this was a nothing level.
Well, I forgot. It still doesn't look as bad as the one we just did, to be honest.
Depends
Although
how the
that-
boss rush is.
There's it's only two bosses, plus the final boss.
So we've gone from a nothing level to 3 bosses.
Right.
Oh, God. Shit, I thought he was going to jump on us, so I went under him.
Oh, I died as well.
Can't duck. You won't let me duck. I'm on your back!
Oh no! He's still on my back. Can
No.
you fire at him?
I can't.
Right. You are still on my back, by the way.
Jesus.
Right, so this boss, you got to like hit the arrows, his own arrows back at him.
Right.
And one of us should hit him as well.
Okay, I'm not changed from my... What's it? Oh, there you go.
I think you got to hit the animal in the face, maybe.
Okay, like that.
You hit me with... I didn't even know you could do that.
Oh, wow. That's a bit bad. Okay. Sorry. Got him.
Oh,
No,
oh you
got
got
you.
me. And he's nearly dead as well.
Got him. What?
Right, what,
What now? He's a fox.
Jump over it.
I've not got any health.
Oh shit. I'm not sure. Is this all he's going to do now?
I'm not sure. Why are you doing... Are you doing the high jump on purpose?
No.
Shit.
We nearly did it that time.
Yeah. That jumping session doesn't leave very much to play with, does it?
The cloud bit.
No, not the cloud bit. The bit where you have to jump his spin attack.
Oh right. Yeah.
Bouncing. Walk under him.
I'm out.
Too early.
Yeah, I think it's best to jump straight and then push left or right afterwards.
I was close.
We nearly did it there.
Oh fucking hell! It just takes so long. Jump straight up and then to the right. It's easy. It's not even pixel perfect. Look. Well, okay. Hit the shins. Well, where are we meant to go for there? I'm dead. It's all on you, dude. You're gonna have to do one jumping section. Well, two jumping sections actually. Because he's gonna do a roll now. This one, I reckon. Yep. Nice. He's gonna come across the top. Hit him in shins. One more hit. Oh. That's all right. Next person hit loses. Right. Walk under him. Hit him in the shin. Yes.
Oh, is that it?
Well, be ready. Which clubs him a couple of times. Okay, Rich, what do you think of the game then?
I think this is a great early release for the Super Nintendo. Really, it somewhat shows off the system reasonably well, doesn't it? 'Cause the graphics in here look fantastic. The music is great as well, especially for the sort of time the early Super Nintendo games. Sometimes they sounded a bit muffled, maybe. Whereas this is a fairly clear sounding game, memorable soundtrack,
Crisp.
very colourful graphics. The gameplay has piles of variety in it. Not only you've got the two different types of gameplay with the side-scrolling beat 'em up style bits and the platform games, but you've got all of these shops you can visit. You can sort of kill time playing arcade games or mini games. On top of that, you've got a whole load of sort of management of the money going on in there, haven't you? So you've got to take into account how much money you've got to buy equipment to make the levels easier, and there's even a lot of elements in that as well, really, isn't there? Because you've got the judo guy, also the money as well. You can throw it, so there's sort of a system where you want to work out if you want to make the levels easier through throwing the money, but you might use it for equipment instead. So you've got to balance that as well. That's another element to balance, really, isn't it? What else?
You've said enough.
There is a lot to the game, really, isn't there? I mean, we didn't even show a lot of it. We didn't do any of the gambling or anything. There's the little horse racing sections in this game that you can bet on horses and then watch them
It's only in one section of the
race
game,
around the track. No, I think there was two sections at least where that was, and you could do the lottery and such. So there was a lot of stuff we didn't really even show in the video, just because it would have taken too long. The difficulty curve, it does ramp up quite a bit towards the end, doesn't it?
I think the difficulty curve was a bit too much, to be honest, because we found it absolutely fine until we got to the last two levels. We weren't losing lives or anything. Then we hit those last two levels and bang, hits you like a bloody wall.
It does get harder quite quickly, but I don't think it's that bad, really, when you take into account password saves, because this is a game where if it had been much easier on those last levels, the average person would have completed the whole thing within a couple of days, and you don't really want that, do you? On top of that, there is an extent where you can make the game as easy as you want if you want to take more time, because of the system with the money and the armour and such. If people aren't quite as good, they can spend longer farming, they can get more equipment and more armour, they can go to the judo guy and buy loads of abilities. They would just fly over those sections, and that's probably what you're sort of supposed to do if you don't have the skills to do that bit, is to just use the judo. So in that respect, I think that's quite a good element of the game, because it means that the player can just waste more time if they're not quite as good.
It makes it more accessible to the average gamer.
So what did you think of the game then?
I really enjoyed it. It's really good fun. Its presentation's excellent. There's no mistaking that. It beautifully uses the hardware on all levels, graphically, musically. It's just fantastic. The gameplay's awesome, and if any game has two-player, it's a thumbs up in my book. every single day of the week, especially the integrated 2-player with the co-op, being able to get onto each other's backs, stuff like that.
Yeah, that's a good point actually. This with the way that you can jump on each other's backs, so they put some thought into how it'll work on 2 players as well. You know, bit more thought in there.
There's a lot of thought going into the 2-player. There's a lot of thought going into the entire game, but they really have kind of buffed and polished the game to an extent that it's just all round fantastic. Okay, Rich, so what are you going to score it then?
Well, I thought about this for a while, and obviously this is 6 months into the Super Nintendo's lifespan, so it's fairly early, but it is already after Super Mario World and Act Racer, 2 games which we already gave 5 out of 5 to. And I don't feel like this is quite as good as Super Mario World, but I don't feel like there's really that massive a difference between them. You know, there are some trade-offs between this and Super Mario World. I do feel like the presentation in this game is a little bit above Super Mario World, whilst it's sort of not balanced. The difficulty curve isn't balanced as well as Super Mario World, and there's fewer levels, but there's more sort of variety in the content here. You know, so I feel like this game is just sort of squeaking in as a 5 out of 5 game, but I can't give it a lower than 5. I think just because this is definitely one of the best games of that era, really, and I think it remained one of the best games on the Super Nintendo, even like towards the end of its lifespan. So, what score are you going to give it then?
Right. Well, it's difficult, isn't it? Because as we were mentioning, I do really like Mario World a lot, and I think this and Mario World are definitely 5-star games. They both have good points and bad points, trade-offs and non-trade-offs, but I still think Mario World is the better game.
Yeah, I do. I agree.
So with that in mind, it's got a 5, but with the proviso that it's not as high as Mario World or even Sonic the Hedgehog.
Yeah.
Because that is another great game.
That came out this year as well.
Which came out the same year. Okay, guys, that's The Legend of the Mystical Ninja this week. Absolutely great game.
Yeah, it's a fantastic early release, really, isn't it? I think maybe a little bit underrated as well, because a lot of its peers are often talked about a lot more than this, aren't they?
Definitely.
You know?
Yep. Okay, guys, if you liked it, give us a like, give us a comment and tell us what you think about the game. And subscribe to the channel, because we're always releasing great new content like this every week. And we'll see you next week with another game, guys. Take care.
See ya.